Hey everybody, welcome back to Root and Honey. I'm so excited to be back, you guys. It's getting warmer. Chelsea and I are ready to get the garden together. We actually went outside today to kind of map out what we want to do in the garden. So we've settled on actually adding some garden beds this year. So right now we have 4. So you guys saw our garden. If you have not, and this is your first time on the channel, check out some of our old videos. But we have currently 4 garden beds. We're looking at adding 3 more regular vegetable beds. And then 1 we want to do flowers, more like a tea garden. So we're looking at different flowers we can do for tea. And then also we will likely do some sort of bin or barrel for potatoes. Last year we had the potatoes in the bed, but digging those up was like, it was fun, but it was a lot of work. And we've just seen a lot of videos where people are kind of either using barrels or some sort of container where it's easy to know that I've really gone to the bottom of this container and I've gotten all the potatoes out. So we're kind of thinking we might get some rogue potatoes growing back up this year. We'll just see. We'll keep our eyes peeled on that. But I just came upstairs to grab the seeds. We have kind of an envelope of seeds that we're going to start planting because we actually built a rack in our basement so we can start our seeds. It is March 11th. No, it's March 13th. Sorry. It is Saturday, March 13th around, I don't know, 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. We ran a bunch of errands today, so we are back and we decided to kind of hash out some more things for the garden. This is the garden prep fit. We got black denim, black tee, little mock neck, you know, gold chain, black jeans, and boots. Pilot's here chilling with us. Say hi, Pilot. Hi, Bubby. Say hi. So like I said, I'm gonna grab these seeds. I don't know, they were actually in my room because I was trying to make a seed catalog that would help us know what we needed to plant first. It was tedious, so I said no. Yeah, it was not my most favorite thing that we did, but it could have been a cool process. But I've got a bunch of flowers, and I'm actually gonna bring these downstairs so we can go through them with Chelsea. So I'll show you everything that we got, and we'll get to planting some of these. We also have that side nook by the kitchen where we wanted to plant some herbs, so we'll see if we get into that today. We might just basically unpack the lights that we're going to use in the basement for our seed starting rack, and then we'll go through the seeds, and if we get the lights set up today, we'll go ahead and start the seeds today as well. But I just want to take you along so you guys can see what we do, and then so we can document this and remember any mistakes, any pros, cons for next year. Alright, so I did bring all the seeds down, so we'll go through those and like see what we actually got and take a look at each packet. I kind of wanted to open up this box here. Chelsea ordered these lights for us, so these are the lights we're going to use for our seeds starting on the rack in the basement. And if I haven't shown you exactly what that rack looks like yet, I'll make sure we do that before we say goodbye. Alright, we're going to throw that up here on the table here, and I'll let you see what we're doing. outlet will be right there.
Yeah,
the outlet works.
Either. I think that was a fluke. Nobody was looking at the outlets. So.
No, we really weren't.
0 out of 10 complaining ahead, 10 out of 10.
It working out. Love when it works out. And honestly, putting this together was nothing. Oh my god, it's washing you out pretty bad.
Alright, let's keep doing this. This is actually so fun.
Yeah, it's very easy. Okay, so that first light actually went up super quick, super easy. So we decided to go ahead and move forward to put the rest of these on. So we're gonna crank through this and it'll be 6 lights in total. 3, did I make that up? 2, 4, 6, yeah. So we're gonna take care of 3 of our shelves today. We'll figure out what we're gonna do with our top shelf and our bottom shelf eventually. But for now, these 3 are the ones we're gonna handle today. And then we'll run upstairs and we will get back into the seats. Okay, we actually figured it out. For some reason that box is shorting out, which may be why whoever lived here installed another box on the back here, back to back. But there's a box here. We've got this one here. So we're just gonna use one from each. It's not shorting out when they're both together. And now we have all 6 lights plugged in. So, I'm feeling this. It's working. They have these little kind of just clip-on or switches here. You just switch them on and switch them off. So when we don't need them. But that's the sitch. And then these bottom and top shelves, we may end up putting more lights because I think we have a whole nother box of lights, right?
Oh, what?
Yeah, we have a whole entire another box of lights.
Why would we do that?
I don't know. Because we technically don't really need them.
Maybe we bought them because maybe we bought them thinking that we would use every single shelf, like 2 here and 2 here, and we couldn't just, obviously can't get half boxes.
Yeah, that's probably what we were thinking. Which we could still use every single shelf. We'll just see what we need to do. Our cells should be right now. I think we have 6, so 2, 4, 6. So that's why we're kind of starting with this, and we'll go from here. Let's go upstairs and get to the seats. Okay, so we basically went through all of the seeds we had. They were all in a huge envelope, so we usually just keep them somewhere all together so they don't get lost. So we went through and created our little categories. So we have a couple of them. This pack right here are all of the herbs. We're gonna try and do these herbs in the nook in little seed trays. So we have basil, we have cilantro, parsley, even some dill and chives, lemon balm and fennel. So those are the main ones we'll work with. We'll probably pick up a couple more because we do need rosemary. I know you mentioned rosemary. Chelsea's sitting over there. That's why I say hi. But so we do need some rosemary and maybe a couple of other herbs that I'm not remembering right now would be ideal to have. And then for the flower garden, we actually have a ton of different flowers. So we'll go through these in a little more detail when it's time to actually plant these. For our flowers, we have baby's breath, amaranth, valerian, calendula, bee balm, bells of Ireland, yarrow, Canterbury bells, hollyhock, dahlia, poppy, and aster. So those are the main ones that we have as far as a flower. But the idea of this flower garden is just just something fun. Like we want to be able to press the flowers, but we also want to be able to have like use these for a tea garden. And we've never actually had a flower garden really in our yard. I don't even know if we had any. Like we've had flowers, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, not anything very successful.
Yeah. So the idea is, and I know I mentioned this upstairs, is we're gonna do 3 new garden beds. So that should really cover us extending the garden a little bit, giving the vegetables a little bit more room to spread out. And then we'll have a separate bed that's a little bit longer that will have all of the flowers for the tea garden. And Chelsea actually just got into kind of pressing flowers, so that should be kind of fun because they'll be right outside. She can grab and press and test from there. This pile here is actually just some cucumbers. We're not exactly sure what to do here. We did not map this out in our little mapping that I'll make sure you guys can see a little screenshot of everything that we were gonna do as far as the garden organization. But cucumbers didn't really have a home outside. Last year we tried to grow some, but they were just overrun by the tomatoes mostly, and the squash, honestly. Everything was kind of just overcrowded in general. So we're doing our best to spread things out. And now we're learning which ones are gonna really want to spread out. And I think the idea would be to maybe put these in a couple of terracotta pots or maybe some barrels up on the top deck. And then that way we can even build some quick wooden little trellises, because cucumbers love to trellis up, and these would be ideal for up there.
Are all these binding cucumbers?
Say it again?
Are all of these like binding ones?
I think most of them are. This one looks like one for sure. This is the Mexican sour gherkin. This is a pickling cucumber, and then we also have a hybrid slicing cucumber. And these are from Johnny Seeds, but these are from Rare Seeds, Baker's Creek. So. And then the biggest pile, of course, are our vegetables. So you guys saw a lot of what we had last year. We are paring down on a couple of items that we did not eat fast enough. And we want to make sure we're being more sustainable, make sure we're not wasting or anything like that. So carrots and radishes, they grow so quickly, and it's really easy to like grow more throughout the year. Once you harvest them, plant some more seeds. So these were actually used just a few less than we did last year. So we're going to do without the Atlas carrots this year and go for the hybrid specialty carrots. So we'll try these out, and then we'll also try these Scarlet Nantes carrots. These look really good, actually.
And the name for these ones is actually called like deep purple or something. So they're like a
yeah. Carrot. Sorry, Chelsea mentioned these are deep purple on this first bag of carrots. And then we will go, so like I said, we'll probably get rid of these Atlas carrots. We won't get rid of them, we just may not plant those this year. And then we'll go with our couple varieties of radishes. So these we're thinking just doing 1 square foot of our radishes and carrots, 1 square foot each, likely. And then we have a lot of other ones. I'm just gonna briefly tell you what they are because you've already seen these in the garden. Bush beans we're gonna plant this year. We're definitely gonna plant a couple of pepper plants. And we do still go to a couple of greenhouses here in the Cincinnati local area. So we'll likely pick up some plants, just unique stuff. And we don't have like bell peppers or lemon pepper seeds. So those are a couple things we'll likely pick up. Peppers we probably use the most out of all the vegetables that we grew. So we want to make sure that we're creating enough space for these peppers to grow. And we will likely, like I said, pick up some new varieties from some greenhouses local here. We're definitely gonna do some watermelons, and we're going to do 4 tomato plants. Our tomato plants really did bloom a lot. We got a lot of tomatoes. We had some issues with the tomatoes rotting at the bottom, and we want to pay a little bit closer attention without being overwhelmed with the amount of tomatoes that we actually have. So, and Chelsea actually, we used the tomatoes a lot, and we were able to share them with our family. So we will still have tomatoes, but I think we're gonna shoot for just 4 different plants in the bed rather than the 6 that we had last year. We're gonna do some lettuce. We'll likely do some kale as well. And then we have some butterhead lettuce as well. So this is like the red variety. And then of course, like I said, kale. I think that's everything. I didn't mention the husk cherries. So we did grow husk cherries, but it's our understanding that those husk cherries, we let quite a few of them just kind of drop and leave them there. So it's our understanding that these will grow back again this year. We do have some turnip greens over there right now. We planted those over the winter once the hush cherry was done producing. So I don't know if those turnips are really trying to turn up or not, or I don't know.
It's the pun for me.
It's the pun for me, yeah. I don't know if those turnips are really trying to turn up or not, but we'll see. If anything, we have some extra turnip greens that we weren't expecting to have. If not, we'll go ahead and pull those up and kind of wait to see if those hush cherries grow back before we put anything in its place. But those are all the seeds. I just wanted to like talk to you guys about that. What the seed is. And now that we kind of have an idea of how much of, you know, each we kind of want, which is what we had a quick meeting about, like I said, mentioning only doing 1 square foot each of the carrots and radishes. That helps us to know how many seeds to really start downstairs in the basement. So now that I'm thinking about what you said, like looking at what we do have here, I don't think it'll be a problem to start some of these flowers, because we have 343 cells or something like that.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But what I'm thinking is we'll go ahead and just start the vegetables first, and if anything, we'll just throw some of these in like one last situation.
We always go to. We already had to go to Lowe's eventually, so we might have to. We can just buy
get more
trays.
trays. Oh yeah. I figured we may need more trays, and we already have more lights, so we'll be good. So we gonna get started on filling some of these trays up. All right, thank you so much for joining us to get.
Cut.
Thank you so much for joining us today, guys. It has been a busy day and I'm tired. So we were outside. We really did those measurements. So the next time we talk, hopefully we'll have some things sorted out from Lowe's, getting those raised garden beds together, so that once these seeds are sprouted, they're ready to go when they're ready to go. We don't have to wait to build the beds. So that's the idea, is to be building those beds while these are sprouting. But regardless, thanks so much for jumping in on this video. We hope it brought you some light today. Catch you next time.